How's it going, everyone? I'm going to be doing a video today about how I make my seed raising mix for all the vegetables that I grow. So yeah, I've been using this for a fair while now, probably almost coming up to a year. Sort of gotten it from other people's seed raising mix, but I've also added bits and pieces of my own. So I'm very happy with it. So I'll show you how I do that right now. Okay, so there's 4 things to keep in mind when building or making a seed raising mix. First one, it has to be light and fluffy, so the roots can easily go through the soil or the mix and build a good root system. Second one has to have good water holding capabilities. Third one is that it has to be free draining, so the plant doesn't die of rot. And the fourth one is that it has to have nutrition, because without that, obviously, the plant can't do anything. But keeping in mind with nutrition, it can't be too strong, otherwise the plant will die because it will be die of like almost shock. So to get the first part, which is to make it light and fluffy, I use potting mix. You sieve that through. So I use a fairly decent potting mix. This was $3.50, but it is very, very good because there aren't as many big chunks, so I really get more for my money there. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of that. You sieve it through. Then you're left with this bigger stuff, and then put the sieve aside. Got this real light stuff. So that's 4 parts potting mix, or you can also use sieve compost, which I will be doing when my compost matures. Then got a mix here of cocoa peat and also worm castings. Now I don't have any just plain cocoa peat at the moment because all the shops around that supply that, they have actually sold out. So yeah, then I add 1 part cocoa peat and 1 part worm castings. Because they're mixed, I'll just be adding 2 handfuls and mix that around. Then for that, so about like a 4:1:1 ratio, then I add about like a pinch of blood and bone. This just helps to give it a little bit more nutrition. But really the worm castings are very good as well because they hold on to a lot of nutrients. They have a lot of nutrients, but you can't, the plants like never die from like, call it like burn or something like that. So basically, yeah, it can't overpower the plant. Do that. So then I also usually add some sand, but I don't have any at the moment, unfortunately. But when I do get that, I'll be adding this to it as well. But for now, that is pretty good. So it's nice and light and fluffy. The cocoa peat will hold on to moisture a lot longer, so it just keeps this mix keeps moist. Always keeps the plants watered so they don't dry out. It's also free draining, and especially when the sand is added in as well, it really helps it. And also it's light and fluffy, but it's also got good nutrients from a little bit of blood and bone, but also the worm castings, they have lots of nutrients in that. And the plants grow really, really well on this. Hey guys, so it's been like a few weeks, or probably about a week actually, since I made the seed raising mix, but I just thought I'd like to show you something else. It's not really to do with food gardening, but it's to do with my cactus. It is actually about to flower. So this is it. I've had this for about like coming up 2 years, and they form these little buds around here, and I got super excited because I knew that they were going to flower. And so that's them, that's inside the flower. It's actually got quite a nice scent. So all the pollen is in the back there, and that's the stigma. So I know that they, especially like cactus flowers, they attract bats. So I've seen a few bats in this area before, so maybe, you never know, we might get some bats who try and go after the nectar. So basically, I'll see if I can remember, but really, the animal, say, the bat, it would go in the back there, stick its head through right at the back to try and get the nectar, and doing so it brushes the pollen here, gets it on its fur, and as it goes around to each flower in the area, it pollinates the flower, and then it sets seed, and yeah, the cycle goes on. But what are you doing, bud? So yeah, I thought that was just a nice little thing to add. So yeah, see ya.